Four is the magic number that Inter Milan are setting Chelsea. 4 different options. Chelsea will have to select one. There will be cash involved, reliable sources for Romelu Lukaku to go back to Milano, and one of 4 players to come to Chelsea. Let's get into it. Welcome to the Kavkas View, Bradoki. Tomorrow I'm going back. For some of you, that's great news because production levels will be going up. But for me, it means my tan will slowly start to erode. More importantly, we've got 4 major stories for you guys today. All right. Number 1's a deep dive on the Romelu Lukaku saga, where we have got 4 players mentioned in potential swap deals. This will be insightful. It will be detailed. You will enjoy it. Trust me, you want to hear this. Number 2, y'all don't like Timo Werner, alright? I'm sorry I had to go American on you. You lot do not like Timo Werner. Yet, all of you want Raheem Sterling. I don't understand this. He is linked to Chelsea and these interests are real. Reputable sources once again coming out with concrete evidence. Gabriel Jesus looks like this is real as well. Chelsea are actively going to be looking to sign this player. We're going to deep dive into the selections and we're going to take a look at what it actually means. And then there's the De Ligt saga and how we're going to actually think, does he even fit Chelsea? Let's get into it. Peeps, one massive favor from every single one of you. If you lot appreciate that Natasha's holding this camera right now like this, literally hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. It goes a long way, all right? 500 likes is what we're aiming for. And tell me where you guys are watching from, because honestly, nothing makes me happier when I start seeing countries that aren't England, all right? Because I start seeing Nigeria, Ghana, Sierra Leone, Brazil, USA, South Africa. I'm popping there. But literally, I want to see it. It puts a smile on my face and I love that the community is growing day by day. Let's get into the video. So, kids, here we go. And Dad's going to tell you guys a quick story. Matt Law and Ben Jacobs have all come out and confirmed that Romelu Lukaku is actively trying to leave the club. We all know that he's been trying to push for this move for a consistent period of time. He isn't happy with the services that he's getting at Chelsea. Chelsea aren't happy with him. Tuchel almost had a heart attack, joke. But Tuchel was absolutely fuming when it was February and against Palace, Lukaku had 7 touches. Yes, 7 touches. Romelu Lukaku did have 7 touches in a 90-minute game. Let that sink in. But on to the story. So, Ben Jacobs and other reports are coming out and saying that Inter Milan don't have the funds to actively buy him. We're going to have to loan him, or there'll have to be a potential swap deal. A loan move would consist of 25 million euros or 21 million pounds upfront fee to loan the guy. Then there would have to be an obligation for Romelu Lukaku to come in. You all know that because I've covered that. Now, I'm going to talk to you about the potential swap deals. These swap deals are super interesting, and some of them, since this news has come out, have been written off. We're going to start with number 1. Lukaku to Inter, Chelsea get cash plus Bastoni. Bastoni is a left centre-back, and he's very good at coming out with the ball. Good ball playing centre-half, Italian, 23 years old, very well rated around the world, very well rated in Europe especially, and more importantly, Tottenham have been chasing him like crazy. Manchester United have been looking at him. Antonio Conte wants him at Spurs. But, once again I'm saying, but player doesn't want to move. Look, Italians love their country. I don't blame them. They have great weather, great food, and they have a great nightlife. So, I don't blame the man not wanting to leave. His agent has come out and said Bastoni's not going anywhere. Inter would have accepted 60 million pounds, but it looks like the player's staying put. He doesn't want to leave. He's happy at home. Number 2. This one is actually very interesting. Skriniar. Milan Skriniar is a player that I rate highly. My boy Dulu told me about him ages ago. We were in Bulgaria watching a pre-season game when Jerry Boga came on against Milan. Quick story. Dulu goes to me, that centre-half is a baller. Within 2 minutes of watching him. We watched him, now he's one of the best centre-halves in the world. It looks like he's available. And it looks like he could potentially be in a swap move. But Chelsea will have competition, fierce competition from different areas. Number 1, PSG, Barcelona, and finally, Chelsea themselves will want to sign him. This is very interesting. This is the one I would actually personally prefer. I think Skriniar brings some experience that we are desperately crying out for. And I think a lot of people don't understand the gap that we're going to have with Christensen and Rudiger going, and next year Thiago Silva and Aspi going. Number 3, Lautaro Martinez. This is the one that Inter do not want to do, but this is on the cards. Chelsea could potentially negotiate this to bring him here. One of the reasons why Inter don't want to do this is because they believe they can generate a big sum of money just by selling him, and Lukaku doesn't have to be involved in the deal. So they believe they can sell him and then get Lukaku on a cheaper deal to bring him into the team. Do you understand? So their potential idea of what they're going to see in the future is going to be Dybala, who looks set to join them, Romelu Lukaku, and they sell Lauti, and that money can be recuperated to fund the 2 players. Big man, that's not happening. There is no way Chelsea are going to be paying 110 and then giving you Romelu Lukaku. This isn't a charity donation. Lukaku's an asset, he's worth money. And finally, the one that I think we should avoid at all costs. Chelsea are linked with Denzel Dumfries. Denzel Dumfries is a very good, adequate player at wing-back, but he's not good enough for the Premier League. I've said this before, I'll say it again. Do not buy players based off World Cups or Euros. You will get burnt. Everyone rates him because Holland had a decent last tournament where Denzel Dumfries shined. And guess what happened? Inter bought him 12 months later, 14 months later, they don't rate him anymore. And now they want to sell him. And now they want to dash him into a deal like we're suckers. I don't think Chelsea are going to do this. Rumors have it that Chelsea are interested. I don't buy it. Chelsea are not interested in a wing-back at this moment in time. And if they will be, it will be someone that can play both sides of the field, whether it's left wing-back or right wing-back. So for me, if this swap deal happens, it will be Milan Skriniar. Personally, I think due to accounting reasons, this will be a financial deal and Chelsea will be going for Matthijs de Ligt. Story number 2, Matt Law. Matt Law is very reputable when it comes to Chelsea. Look, the guy's got intel. He is literally an ITK. He knows everything about everyone, and only because Chelsea feed him these stories, people. He works with people within Chelsea. All right, they say you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. You release what I want you to release, and I'll keep you happy by feeding you information. It's one of those nice situations he's in. I don't blame him. But in this case, reports are coming out that Chelsea want Raheem Sterling. Raheem Sterling has got over 100 Premier League goals. He has been banging for Manchester City. And the argument now evolves that why on earth do we need Raheem Sterling? Because Raheem Sterling, in my opinion, is just another version of Timo Werner. Great runner of the ball, a little bit better in possession because he's got better technique, but he's nowhere near as productive in front of goal, in my opinion. Yes, Raheem's got better numbers, but Timo's a better finisher. I think Timo's a purer striker of the ball. I think Timo Werner, when playing in the right system, will get way more goals than Raheem Sterling. Raheem can have a little bit more creativity here and there, but I don't see this deal happening because, let me break it down. It's being reported that it's £60 million for Raheem Sterling to move to Chelsea from Manchester City, plus extortionately high wages. The reason he's not staying at Manchester City because he wants 300k. If he wants 300k at Manchester City, he's his own agent and he's following a similar suit of what Kevin De Bruyne has done. This is a new way that footballers are going to go, in my opinion, where they're going to start representing themselves. And he's representing himself. So he will get the signing on fee, he will get to negotiate his deal, and he knows his self-value. Personally, I think Raheem is a very good footballer, but not for Chelsea Football Club. If you watched the game against Germany and England, my girlfriend fell asleep. We were in a bar drinking sangria. She was like, every time I watch England, I fall asleep. She's Portuguese. I don't know how that's coming from her. If you need to see Portugal play football, you fall asleep there too. But you know what I mean. All in all, we play boring football. And one of the reasons is because our attacking players struggle to create. And in this formation, Raheem will struggle to create. It won't work. Everyone will get on his back. It'll be Timo Werner 2.0. Don't do it, Chelsea. £60 million can be utilised in other areas where we can get a more productive, more proficient forward. That's just my opinion. I want to hear you. Finally, an update on Gabriel Jesus. So, looks like Jesus has 5 offers on the table. Arsenal known, Chelsea interested, Real Madrid and Juventus, and another offer that I don't know who it is. Can't decipher it. But now this is where it gets very interesting and very keen. If you look at it, Real Madrid can't get passports for Rodrigo, Militao, and Vinicius. There's been a delay and it's due to the pandemic. There have been some areas that have been slowed down with the administration. And in this case, the passports for these players to become Spanish citizens have been slowed down to the point where it's going to happen in 2023. They can't sign Jesus and not play him. They can't sign a £40 million player and not register him to even play in the squad. So that's not an option. So it looks like Madrid might be off the table. Unless Real Madrid sells some non-EU player and then make room, it's very complicated. Arsenal are waiting. Arsenal are praying he picks them. He's not interested in them. Who is interested in him? Apparently Chelsea are very interested in this player. Matt Law reports this again. £40 million, Chelsea are chomping at the bits. They're rubbing their fingers. They're thinking they're going to get a great player in his prime, coming into it, a Brazilian international that can play in 3 positions, left wing, centre forward and right wing. And they believe this is the right time to pounce. Personally, I don't know how I feel about this one. I'm more happy about this one than I am about Raheem Sterling. I've spoken to some people that I respect their opinions. I've told them I've got my reservations. He wouldn't be my first choice, but they are very confident on this move actually banging. So I'm very keen to see what happens. Peeps, let me know your thoughts. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. I hope you lot enjoyed this video. Clues bomb for Natasha for holding the camera like a legend that she is. Peace out, I'm out.